Oh my goodness, where have you been? I've looked for you forever and a day. Where have you been? I'm just not myself when you're away. Y'all remember that song? I love that song. That song used to make me cry. I was like 12 or something. See, I'm one of them people still. Well, howdy doody, and welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Welcome back in. I've been on a little bit of a break. It wasn't on purpose necessarily, but I have been on a break. And guys, I'm going to tell you what, I don't know how many messages I've got. People are like, where are you? What are you doing? Are you okay? Do we need to come down there? Where are you? Girl, I'm right here. So anyway, we're back to making videos officially today. I'm going to do, this is generic. I know. I'm in my car. The air conditioning's running. You're not seeing cute goats right now. I'll put up some pictures with this probably when I'm editing a little bit later. Now here's the deal. So there's been a ton of things that have gone on with us over the past 3 weeks. So not to mention what's gone on with the world and our country in the past 3 to 4 weeks. So a lot of distractions for everybody right now. But nonetheless, you know, we've been in the throes of this move. So we are really on the last days of trying to finalize a lot of things. And I'm going to go ahead and answer your question because I know a lot of you are asking. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. Pat. The Mountaintop Homestead, folks are asking again if I'm going to sell it, and the answer is yes, and that's going to be coming fairly soon. We're right now, we just picked out, we're putting in some new carpet, we're putting in some new laminate flooring, the floating like I've done in this house, the new house. It's not new, it's new to us, but whatever. And we're replacing some back windows, things that we were going to do this year before we decided to move. We were doing all this work anyway. And we want to make it really nice and comfortable for the next person. So I've had probably, in recent weeks, probably 6 or 7 people ask me, but right before, you know, right as we were moving and whatnot, a lot of folks asked if we were selling it. And I was getting a couple of dozen folks asking, are you selling it? We're interested, blah, 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 blah. So I will post about that. Because we do, I mean, we want to sell it. It's a great place. And it's where we have established our first real homestead. We had an urban homestead before that, which those are very important too. I'm just saying this has more property and details, and the house is 150 years old this year. It's a fabulous place, okay? I tell you, and I tell you, like I've always said, I live where I live now because it brings me closer and back to family, and literally where my roots are grounded and from. So it has nothing to do with the house or the land or anything. I told you before, I wish I could just kind of could I just pick it up and bring it? I mean, you know, but that's not possible. So is it going to be for sale? Yes. I've been talking to a couple of people about it personally, and they're very interested, but I'm going to throw this out there because a lot of you have been asking. So what's been going on? You know, it's like we were making videos. I was doing so good. This is me though. I do really well with, you know, making videos and trying to get them up every day, every other day. And then, you know, life happens and you kind of get thrown off for what's pretty normal, a day, 2, maybe 3. And then a lot of things happened at once. And I will be honest with you, I took a little bit of time in the beginning, the first week or so, as a time off for a reflection. We can make a whole video and have an entire conversation on thoughts and advice and a fly in my car and all these things. So this is real. How real is it going to get? I mean, there's a fly buzz around. You know, all kinds of conversations we can have about things that have been going on the past 4 to 6 weeks, whatnot. And I'm very concerned about a lot of things like you are. So I took this time to evaluate, because of these things happening, what is best for me to do for myself, my mind, my heart, my family, my kids. I'm sure these things are affecting you the same way. And also, you know, how to establish myself even harder on my homestead here. You know, my crops, my animals, our goals, what are our motivation. We're moving into canning season, so I'm really, the gardens are doing fantabulous. And so I'm going to have a lot of stuff coming up. But everything is good. Everybody's safe and healthy. James also had several doctor's appointments. A lot of you always are so sweet and asking how he's doing and how is his health. Big guy is doing great. He has seen his cardiologist and his endocrinologist in the past 2 weeks, each one, and gold star for big guy. In fact, he is 10 pounds lighter than he was a year ago, and he lost a lot of weight last year. So I told him, we've kind of guesstimated really in the past, 2 to 3 months with us really working the homestead, not changing diet, not even trying to, he's probably lost in the ballpark of 20 pounds, give or take. And you can definitely tell. It's just, we've been losing weight just with all the work that we've done. I've lost about 12 pounds. He's lost about 20. And it's just what happens when you're working this much physical labor. This is what I was telling people. When you move to a new property, it takes years to really establish a homestead how you want to. So take that advice in with this update video. I told somebody the other day, I said, I was moving to this property and, I wasn't going to really garden this year. We were going to try to get to know the land, which you should. But obviously with all the things that we've seen in the past 3, 4, 5 months, you get a little motivated to do a lot of things, don't you? This is the year that we find out who we are. I thought it would fly out. Oh, you're the devil. I've been dealing with you enough these days. So anyway, we all have. We're in the battle of good and evil right now. So this is the year that I'll win. You better watch it. This is the year of the battle between good and evil. And this is the year that I and you may discover who you are, or you may be you're going to be reaffirmed. This is where you're going to find what you're made of. And this is how you're going to find yourself in going forward in the years to come. The country is depending on it. Your family's depending on it. Your soul is depending on it. And I believe in that. So that's been part of my self-reflection. Who am I? What do I believe? How am I going to handle things? Who do I choose to be for myself and my community and my children? So a lot of people have fallen into a little bit of silence. And I think that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think that I really have faith in God and God's hand on all of this, and good people in going, okay, this is a test from the broadcast system. I'm going to open the door so this booger can fly out. This is where we find out who are we. And I hope you're thinking about that. But nonetheless, the gardens are doing great. I've got corn beads coming on early. I told you, corn beads. That chicken squat manure makes all the difference in the world. Also with that, I have, folks have been asking me about the quail. All my little quail hatched. I got 24 and they've grown up to the point where I just moved them to the barn. We'll talk about that. I got 1 baby duck. And I may make a whole different video on that. I got 1 little baby duck. So I just had to it was so difficult for me to make the decision to have to go get more baby ducks so we could have whatas and sisters. And James is getting a pan of brownies, don't worry. So we have new babies on the farm. The silky babies are doing great. The mamas are doing great. So I'll have updates coming up on that. So I'm just answering quick questions that you've been sending and all of that. I have also been in North Carolina with the Cherokee Language Summer Camp in Snowbird, and with Miss Lou, and I've helped with that. They may actually be coming for a visit to the farm. And so that will be so much fun. I hope to record that if they do. It's just going to depend on how all this COVID and the guidelines go. But they want to make a field trip to come here, bring the kids here. The camp is smaller this year for obvious reasons. And they'll get to tour the farm and spend days. I've got the Three Sisters Garden, and we will talk in the language with, in terms of farm living. So that will be, I'm really looking forward to. I hope that happens. That will be really cool because it's not that far away. What else? Nana is doing good. The kids are doing good. I told you about James's appointments that were doing really well. I feel great. My genealogy is going really great. I have connected with a cousin who is who actually lives in Knoxville, and this is so wild. She is the great granddaughter of an aunt of mine who was, is a sister, the younger sister to my great grandfather, and we have been exchanging information and pictures and all kinds of goodness there. So I've been able to connect the dots and get photos, and I'll show you this. This is my Uncle Charlie. He is my grandfather's older brother. And I have a picture or two of him, but I wasn't sure if that was him because I didn't know this gentleman. My Nana did. And so because you're looking at a 100-year-old photo, you're not sure, is it this person or could it have been that person? You sort of juggle between 2 or 3 people. And I thought one in particular was him. And my cousin sent me, she sent me this photo from her Nana and said, this is Charlie. And I was, y'all, it's been a little emotional. And so I've been able to connect a lot of dots and bring home a lot of things, and I'm just so proud of that. So there's a little bit of time there. I also spent some time confirming an ancestor grandfather from the Franklin area, Cowee area in Macon County. So I spent a little, so it's like, we do a lot of farming, and there's been a little bit of traveling, and then I would say I'm gonna make a video and something would happen and I would have to just stop for the day and, deal with myself, deal with whatever. So that's what's been going on. And all in the midst of that, we're trying to finish up on this move. And I know you're thinking, my gosh, how long does it take somebody to... A move is a long process to begin with. Moving a farm is incredible. And then, moving a farm during the middle of a pandemic, who else would do that but me? So this is just a talking point video. I will tell you, I'm planning to do a Q&A video. And so if you have specific questions that you want to ask, send them in so I can sit down and do that, because I'm trying to catch everybody up. We're going to kick off everything new and fresh this time. And I do want to say before I close out this video that I did make an announcement today. I've been praying on it for about a month. And James and I talked about it. I talked about it with some of my staff, and, they were all on board with, give it some thought. Yes. And everyone that I've talked to is in agreement that we are going to postpone the 2020 Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference Symposium. That is, we have a Facebook page, and that was set to happen September the 12th in Von Orr, Tennessee, which is not far from here, Cherokee country. And we just had an incredible lineup, and I held off because of COVID. And I thought, well, I'm not going to sell tickets yet. I'm not going to make anything set fully in stone until we know what's going on and everything is safe. And then we started to lean that way. And then now, guys, I really just want everybody to be safe. I want everybody to be really of peace of mind and body and health. And, we want the country to be solid. And, we just don't want anybody to really, we just don't want to take a chance with you and your health or our staff or whatever. So I made the decision and I told the Lord, I said, Lord, I'm pondering it and I'm praying about it. And I would kind of teeter back and forth. And today I woke up and I said, today's the day. So that's on our Facebook page, the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference, and as well as Appalachia's Homestead. So I want to let you know that. And I hated to make that decision, but I really feel that in my heart that any major events coming up, it's just so difficult to plan. Nothing is set. You can't plan anything because what you think you're doing today, you're not necessarily doing by Friday. So I just said enough is enough. We're going to bite the bullet. We're going to make the right decision to make sure our followers and our friends and family and staff and everybody is safe. And, that's the sacrifice that we make to make sure that you are. We've always put safety first. And we're very proud of that with the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference. So don't fret. It's a postponement. And so we're doing all kinds of things. And a lot of things are happening. And I just appreciate y'all all the time. Y'all are so sweet. You all are so sweet. The past 3 months of my YouTube channel have been the biggest ever. Like, I've had probably quadruple viewership. You know, and you can tell that people really want to have a solid foundation for them and their family and their kids to watch, and that's where we are. So if I take a break, it's because I'm living real life. My channel is real life. My family is real life, and we want to keep it so that way, and to bring you in like family, and we want your kids to watch. I know that a lot of you out there are struggling with a lot of issues of things that are happening right now, and you need to have a comfortable, safe space for your... Speaking of kids, I'm getting a phone call from one of my kids. We just want this to be a safe space for you, okay? And that's what it's going to continue to be. History, heritage, and homesteading, and heart. So guys, this is just a little update video. I am doing good. We're kicking it back off. So we look forward to more videos coming your way. We hope you're well. Stay the course. You didn't make it this far because your ancestors didn't. You need to remember that. Stay the course. I love you. Talk to you soon. And we'll see you on the next video.